Aloha, everybody. This is Ifaoriire, owner of Ancestrally Rooted Apothecary, and I help people start their journey to healing. So, a lot of people been asking me over the years, how did I come into my gift? How did I realize I had the gift of intuition, or whatever you may want to call it? And it just came to me. But there are ways that I do exercise my intuition and hone my gift and exercise my gift. And so I'm going to show you 3 ways to increase your intuition. So the first way that I exercise my gift of intuition, and that you all could exercise your gift of intuition, is through meditation. You know, with today's society, there is so much going on that keeps our attention everywhere with social media, distractions. So it's always good to pick a place that is nice and quiet, and that you can become centered and just go within to do some deep breathing and meditating. I love to go on YouTube and find it's so many different meditations that you could do that's on YouTube. And I love to go on YouTube and find meditations where there is binaural beats, or there are even intuition meditations, or just nature sounds, water sounds, whatever you may like. And I love to come in here in my spiritual room and just at least 10 minutes a day, just sit in front of my ancestral altar and just have my eyes closed and just take a moment to go within and just sit down and meditate, just deep breathe, and do my best to quiet my thoughts, because I do have a tendency to think a lot, but I do my best to quiet my thoughts. And just like with anything, with practice and with exercise, you will become strengthened in that particular area. So with meditation, it's great to do that with increasing your intuition. So number 1 is meditation. Tip number 2 is just going with your gut instinct. And I know sometimes that may be hard for some people because you don't know whether you're right or wrong, but that's the beauty of it. If you follow your intuition and just go with your gut instinct, just like with anything else, like I mentioned earlier, it's an exercise. Your intuition is a muscle. So the more you use your gut instinct, even if you are wrong sometimes, eventually you'll start getting it right, because you'll build that strength. So if you have a feeling, say for example, if you're driving to the grocery store and you just hear a voice say, turn right instead of turning left, and you turn right, and you may realize that you avoided a car accident. What if you had to turn left because you was like, I go left all the time, so I'm finna go left this time? What if you had to just decide to go left instead of listening to your intuition and going right? You may have had a car accident. So even if you are wrong, like it's been plenty of times when I first came into my gift and I was doing readings, and I've heard something and I've said it to my client, and the client will be like, that didn't resonate with me. That didn't stop me from continuing using my gut instinct and saying what I hear, because eventually I'm going to get it right. I trust my ancestors. I trust my intuition. I trust my gut feeling. And I just kept exercising that gift until I eventually get it right. So tip number 2 to increase your intuition is always trusting your gut instinct. Tip number 3, social media detox. So when I said earlier that there are so many distractions, I mean it. So it's always good to take a break from social media. And if you all follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you will know that I take breaks on social media all the time. From like a week to a month, I will go ghost in a minute, because it's so good for your mental health to just unplug from all the distractions, all the taking in of information overload, looking at everybody with their outfits and going out and hitting people over the heads with folding chairs. Like, it's just so much going on in the world these days. And so it's just good to unplug and take a break. So a social media detox is good, because what are you going to do for those 3 to 5 hours, 3 to 4 hours that you spend on social media all day instead of scrolling, all day on your phone? You could take those hours and meditate, go into nature, take a nap, rest, give your brain a rest, read a book. You know, you can do all those things, and those will help strengthen your intuition because you're not getting so much information from outside forces that's clouding your own judgment. So tip number 3 is taking a break from social media. So I have a bonus. So a bonus to increasing your intuition is starting a journal or a dream journal. So I said this because I love to write, and I've always have loved to write in journals since I can remember. My mom would bring me home diaries with a little lock and key and stuff like that. So I just love to write. So another way of increasing intuition is writing. Writing down what you feel, writing down what you hear, writing down what you see, and just letting the pen flow on that paper. It's always good to do that because a lot of people don't have an outlet or that one person that they trust to tell their innermost, deepest thoughts. So it's good to just write it down. And also, if you are a dreamer like me, it's good to start a dream journal because a lot of dreams don't make sense. Like if you're getting chased by a waffle, like maybe you ate some waffles before you went to bed. But if you have prophetic dreams, or if you feel like they may be prophetic, it's good to write them down. And, over the span of 3 to 4 months or a couple of weeks, you could go back and look at those dreams you wrote down and see if any of them came to pass. So it's good to just keep track of your dreams and keep track of your innermost thoughts by keeping a dream journal or just a regular journal for everyday use. So I hope that these tips help you out. There's plenty more, but these are just the tips that these are a few tips that I use to help keep me up to speed on my gift, keep my gift strong, and just learning how to trust myself when I hear things, because sometimes things I hear don't make any sense, and even I still second guess myself sometimes because I'm human. But 9 times out of 10, I do my best to adhere to what I hear in my head, because it's a good way to decipher between your intuition or your anxiety or whatever you may deal with if you just practice the three steps plus the bonus step that I gave you today. So I have an announcement. I have a new service on my website, Ancestrally Rooted Divination, for 1 hour now, and it's via Zoom. So if you would like to book a personalized reading with me where you could talk to me live instead of the recorded reading, feel free to go on my website today and book your 1 hour reading. So if this video resonated with you, drop a comment below. I love to read your comments. This is Ifaoriire of Ancestrally Rooted Apothecary, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.